Welcome to We Still Like Sports and the YouTube show. This will be a dual production. We like sports and YouTube. So for you guys that are listening to us on the podcast streaming app, you can go to YouTube, the Short Desk Podcast. Of course, subscribe and like, and you will see this episode and see our pretty faces here today. It is Dwayne, John, Steph, and myself, Keith, on this dual platform that we're going to be producing this episode. We just wanted to kind of, collaborate on it today and put out both for everyone. So this will be the first time of us doing this. So before we get started with what we're going to talk about today, Steph last week had us go into the home remedy drinks instead of purchase. Well, we did have to purchase stuff. So Steph, you had us try this green smoothie.
Yes.
What did you put in yours?
I put spinach, pineapple, frozen mango, almond milk, and protein powder.
Okay, protein powder.
Yeah.
All right. You want to step above? Okay. Look at Dwayne. He's very impressed.
I always put protein powder in my smoothies because my doctor always says I need more protein, and yeah. So
I wish you would have put that in the recipe because I have protein powder sitting in my.
Sorry, John.
I do too.
I was about to say cupboard.
I usually put flax seeds in my smoothies too, but I didn't put any flax seeds in there today.
I got
or
that
chia
too.
seeds.
Should have told me because the impulse was to go to the protein and put the protein inside this green drink. But
sorry.
Yeah, I had some. I think it's a vanilla flavor up there. I could have threw in there, and I told Dwayne earlier before you came on. I usually put peanut butter in it, and then I should have threw in that sea moss that I bought from that brother.
Yep.
In there too that I take because I saw on it says sea moss goes good in shakes, but I always take it about a tablespoon of strawberry banana.
I switch out what I put in every morning. So some mornings I'll put the protein powder, sometimes it's sea moss. Every now and then I'll put a couple of chlorophyll drops. I do collagen powder too. So yeah, I change it out. I don't put everything in there at one time.
All right, John, what you put in yours today?
The spinach, mango. I did buy pineapple, but it said either or, so I just tried it with the mango.
I did. Oh, and a banana. I'm sorry, John. I did a banana too.
And I put about 2 bananas in there, and then of course almond milk.
Okay.
What about you, Ronald?
I did spinach, pineapple, frozen pineapple, almond milk, and half of a banana.
And see, you've been giving me a hard time about my green smoothies for years and years.
But I like green smoothies. I like green smoothies.
But your problem is I was replacing meals with the green smoothies. That was your issue with me.
Yeah, you wasn't eating, period. Like
this is food.
It is now, but you know what I mean, Steph. We're not going to get into this because we just talked about your heart last week. Okay?
What you looking?
What that was causing for?
I always do that. I have to look off camera because he just takes me there. Oh my God,
So let's go ahead and try this drink and get some thoughts, and then we can go ahead and jump into these sports. So, Dwayne, Steph right there right now is drinking out of a Bloomingdale's straw.
I'm not. I don't have a Bloomingdale's straw. It's my regular stainless steel straw.
Stainless steel. I didn't put enough pineapples in this, and I'm missing my peanut butter. Yours is perfect, John.
You need to put more bananas in. You said only half a banana. You need to put at least a banana and a half.
I put a whole banana in mine.
It was too much sugar. Ugh. You put 2 damn bananas in yours, John. What the hell?
Yeah, you made a milkshake, John.
That's what he made. Did he? Before you came on, he said, I should have used real milk.
Can I please take a moment to talk about how Mama Johnson let John know that he was not drinking wine for a cold. John, stop lying.
Oh, man. My mama's...
And then Drew followed up and said John needed moonshine, and Mama Johnson put no in all caps.
And don't forget the exclamation mark.
Mm-hmm.
Plural.
All right, Dwayne. Dwayne, of
What's
course,
up, man?
doesn't have a shake, but I'm sure he had one or two today, as he's a
I had one
very.
today.
See, what'd you have in your shake?
I had banana, strawberry, almond milk, and 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder. That's it. And a touch of agave, sweeten it up a little bit. That's it. Normally, I'll put all that stuff in there. I have sea moss. I have what would you say, Steph? The seeds,
The flax seeds.
the flax seeds, all that stuff. I try, man.
Now, if I use water instead of almond milk, I will use either agave or monk fruit.
Try our coconut water too.
I can't do coconut water.
No, it'll take the taste out, but coconut water is a hydrator, so you won't taste it, but it'll help you with the hydration.
Really? In the smoothie? You don't taste the coconut or nothing?
Not really. Actually, you can make a pina colada flavor with the coconut water. Go ahead, Steph.
I was about to say that coconut milk gives it a pina colada taste.
Right.
So the water might do the same thing.
You use the same pineapples, same banana, and you get the flavor of a pina colada.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since we were on camera, I should have put a little strawberry on the side of the glass for garnish.
Yeah, with your $30 straw. All right, Dwayne.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and jump into it, man. With what we got this week.
Well, let's go back to Saturday. Recap some of these games. Your MVP, Geno Smith, didn't play too well. 49ers took him out 41-23.
Poor guy.
Yeah.
A couple of bad penalties on the offensive line. A couple of bad throws. No blocking, really. Most of the game, San Francisco's defense is a beast.
Yeah.
They got some dogs up front, man. So
they really do.
They need to win this weekend too.
They need some.
We'll get to that stuff.
The Seahawks front line needs some discipline, especially number. Who is that guy?
He kept jumping. I can't remember, but you're right. Like Geno got mad at him at
Geno
one
was
point.
done, boy.
yeah, and it was back-to-back penalties on him. Yeah. They need to rebuild the team. They need to rebuild the team, and that's why they traded Russ. Part of it, but do you think they should keep? Geno has proven he could start for them, right? What do you think about that, you guys?
I think so.
Yeah, Geno isn't a bad quarterback.
Nah,
but I've been saying it since he was in New York. I've been saying that, but
average. He's an average quarterback, and they could win with him. Go ahead, Steph.
I just think he hasn't been coached properly. That's just my thing. I feel like because you can tell when the coaching isn't great, and I just think Geno hasn't been coached properly.
Well, he went to the Jets, right?
Right. Yeah. Had great opportunities. Going to the Jets.
Then he went to the Giants for about 2 years, and then he ended up in Seattle. So
Geno went a couple of other places too, didn't he?
I'm not sure. I only remember him being at the Giants because he ended Eli Manning's iron streak.
Or am I thinking about
they benched Eli and put in Geno, and then
the coach got fired after that game.
Or am I thinking about
basically?
Okay, he did. He just went to the Chargers for one season.
He went to the Chargers for one season. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking about I don't know why Vince Young.
Right, but the 49ers, they blew them out basically. They couldn't keep up. Like you said, the penalties and whatnot. And the 49ers got some dudes, like you said, over there on defense. All right, the next game, we didn't all pick the 49ers.
I picked the Seahawks.
You picked Seattle. Yep. Roll around in that one for a minute. But we all did pick the Jaguars. And it wasn't looking good there for the first half.
Ooh, honey. But Trevor has never lost on the Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is true.
Lost on Saturday.
He's never lost on the
31-30. the final. Now, I've been trying to fire Brandon Staley for like 2 years now. But he's not going to get fired because San Diego, the Chargers don't fire their coaches. They usually let them get to 1 year because they're not going to pay a coach to not coach. They cheap as shit. Right. So they're not going to fire him. What they did do is fire the offensive coordinator. He took the bullet for that. But what did y'all think about that game and how it played out?
To the Jacksonville Jaguars, Clemson University says you're welcome.
I've heard that from somewhere before.
Numerous of times to where it just sounds like it's one of those recurring commercials that never ends.
Should be one of our drops.
This is the song that doesn't end.
Clemson South. They got the quarterback and the running back.
Mm-hmm. Hey, shout out to them because they overcame 4 turnovers in the first half. And what was it, a 21-point deficit?
Well, that is 5 turnovers. They fumbled the ball too. It's 4 interceptions.
I'm sorry. I mentioned it. Yeah, the 4 inch, but 5. Right. Yeah, 5 turnovers. You're not supposed to win an NFL football games when you turn over the football that often.
No. You're right.
I never felt like they were out of the game. After the first half.
when they scored that touchdown right before the half, I said, "All right, well, they might be able to claw their way back."
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was ready to turn. I was like, I'm not watching.
You ready to turn the TV off?
I turned it off. I turned it off.
Really?
I turned to watch something else. I know what I was watching. I started watching The Best Man.
Oh.
And then when The Best Man was finished, I went back and checked the score.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, we got something.
It's a game.
Right, we got a game.
Was a Jaguars fan. He went to sleep, right? And I was, so I sent the text. I was like, do you see this? When Jacksonville made their comeback. And he was like, oh, shit, I was asleep.
They kept them boys out of the end zone, held them to 3 points in the second half.
Right.
Yeah. And everything had to go right. Too. Right. Yeah. Everything had to go right for the Jaguars.
Right.
So I think that maybe at halftime, maybe a couple of players said, "Hey, we're doing pretty good. Let's get some food from one of the stands and kind of munch on before we go back out there."
Oh,
and
God.
Maybe had a piece of fried rat.
That's Sandy.
They probably thought they had some chili cheese dogs, and it was, droppings on the hot dog.
They have fixed those problems, sir.
Fried ferrets.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, they fixed those problems?
Fixed those problems.
You think so?
I'm not gonna put my name on it, but
I was gonna ask, have you been to Jacksonville? I'm sure you run through
Jacksonville such a hard time. And FedEx, they literally have to sit there with pee falling down. While they're watching the game.
It's the toilet bowl, the FedEx toilet bowler. I don't even know if it's called FedEx anymore.
But rats, come on, Keith.
Listen, let me tell you something. Since I was a kid, as far as I can remember, Jacksonville has been in the top. Like I said, it is.
Well, Henry Hill, have you ever seen a rat running through the stadium?
I haven't been there.
Okay.
For good reason.
I think you should go one time.
No, thank you.
We're good over here.
Nah, I'm okay. I watch it on CBS when they pop up because they always knocking somebody a great game off because of we're local. So
right,
it pisses me off.
We always getting the Jags, Dolphins, or Tampa.
It's my goal to visit every NFL stadium, so I'll,
You should skip that one.
No, I'm gonna go.
Come down here, go to a pond, a polluted pond.
Keith, they're Jacksonville fans who listen. You want to alienate them?
They know the truth. They know it better than we do.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on.
Please.
So they made the big comeback, and their prize is they got to go see Frankenstein and his monster in Kansas City.
Oh, my God.
I don't even want to watch that game.
You think it's going to be a blowout, huh?
I hate the Chiefs.
You hate the Chiefs. Okay, all right.
Well, I don't hate the Chiefs because I love Andy Reid dearly. I hate Patrick Mahomes.
We ain't got time.
Oh, you don't like the other Kelsey brothers?
No.
But the other Kelsey brothers on your team.
Speaking of, I heard Travis Kelsey. Is that his
I
name?
thought you meant the Kelsey on the Chiefs team.
That was the first time I ever heard him talk. Why that man sound like a brother? I had to do a double take. I said, "Whoa, wait a minute."
Listen,
have you ever seen his haircut? Have you ever seen his haircut?
I would date him. I would date him.
Whoa!
Steph, you should have tried to get on his little dating show.
No,
remember he had that little dating show. What was it? Catching Travis or something like that.
I missed that.
Yeah,
wow.
Google it. He had like a little. It was like a Flavor of Love type show.
Why are you looking around and wonder? Can we move on?
Oh, we will move on.
It's a sports show.
I'm going to save this for Monday. Go ahead.
Oh, Father God.
I mean, I don't. He's Steph's not the first black woman I heard say that. So.
Yeah, but this
Sisters love Travis. Sisters love Travis. All right. So the next game was the Sunday. Wait, where am I at? Sunday nighter. Dolphins at Bills.
Vape gate.
Say that again.
Vape gate.
Vape gate. I did watch the video, and he looked like he was doing something on the slide there.
And we're talking about the Miami Dolphins head coach. Allegedly.
Yeah, I don't want to get sued.
Yeah, it's been alleged that he was vaping on the sidelines, and I'll be damned if he looked like he was doing something.
Like he was. He looked like he was.
It wasn't cold down there for it to be smoke coming out of nowhere. So,
well, the way the game was going in the first half, he probably needed to calm his nerves. They weren't doing well, but Josh kept trying to keep them in the game. So at least the first quarter, they were down 14-0. But Josh kept turning the ball over, playing hero ball and doing dumb shit.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask John this. Is it me, John, or has Josh's play this year been inconsistent?
No, everybody sees that. It's been very inconsistent because he threw a couple of interceptions in last week's football game, actually, and which allowed them to actually it's an interception and a fumble. That fumble led to a touchdown at the first touchdown in the second half. I think within minutes of the second half starting. And that's what really actually the Miami Dolphins took the lead after that. So at one point, what was it, 19-0 or something like that? 19-0.
Yep.
And by all intents and purposes, that game should have been over if they put the pill back in the end zone once again. But for whatever reason, Josh Allen has not been able to sustain a lead.
Yeah.
Especially in the second half.
Is he still shell-shocked from the conference championship last year?
He should be over that by now. I don't know what this is.
He ain't playing like he is.
I mean, he's still a beast. Don't get me wrong, but if you're coughing it up twice a game, I'm not saying that's what the statistic is, but outside of turnovers, he's been very, very inconsistent. It's tough to watch.
Right. Because I think all four of us, if I'm not mistaken, we kind of predicted that he would be the ruler of the AFC this year. Didn't we predict that, or somewhat?
It was in the first.
We kind of predict that they're gonna make it back. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was like that in the first half of the season, and second half of the season he got nicked up and beat up a little bit, and he just couldn't hold on to the pill. So, and then we also made reference to do not allow that football game to get to overtime.
We did,
because he's an absolute liability in overtime.
We did.
Yeah.
If you want him to win a football game, it's going to have the opposite effect.
Yeah.
based on what my eyeballs tell me. So
yeah. Well, we as a show we picked the Bills, and it almost didn't go that way.
They won by the skin of their teeth.
Right, and
Literally.
like you said, it's because of him, because the Dolphins had their third string quarterback in, and you only win that game or be in the game because he's giving you extra opportunities. He turned the ball over 3 times.
And let's be fair, the defense didn't play that well.
Right.
That secondary got cut up just like San Diego's defense did.
Right. Right.
Against a third string quarterback.
And we didn't mention that for the 49ers either. The 49ers and Seahawks.
They got this.
That was a third string.
Yeah, but that guy, well, maybe it's the system with 49ers. They have a really good system.
It's the system, John.
Because they can run the ball. They can toss it to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They're not
Watch the screen.
they're not San Francisco's not quarterback reliant, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Not heavily quarterback reliant.
No, you're right, John. But also, I think this kid is better than Garoppolo was. Because you remember last year we were watching the game and we needed Garoppolo to take him down for a field goal, right? And he just pissed down his leg. Mm-hmm. I think he ended up turning the ball over. I can't remember.
He ended up turning the football over.
Right. He didn't even move him. And all they need was 3. Now, this kid, he looks like he has he's way more mobile, and that's going to be the theme of the quarterbacks going forward in the future. You got to be able to run around a little bit, because you got these defensive ends coming off the edge that come in to get you. You gotta be able to move, man.
Running 4 threes.
Right.
And Trey Lance has been exercising his Twitter fingers all week, talking about how he wants out,
And go where?
Well, he said something about Tennessee. So
Tennessee.
Yeah.
Man, you better. You ain't got no stock, bro. What's your price?
He got hurt. This is what, the second time getting hurt in college and in the pros now?
Is glad.
This is the second time in the pros getting hurt.
Steph, he's glass.
He's glass.
Mr. Glass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have he has no value. No value because no one has seen him play. He played with his last year in college, he played 1 game. And you haven't played in the pros. And
that was the COVID year, right?
Right.
But I said he was going to be a bust. I said that.
Damn.
Because I'd never heard of Trey Lance until he got drafted.
So they just drafted him based off of a hope and just raw talent?
Yeah, from his talent. Because he is a prototype. He's the new prototype, 6'2" and could run. So we'll see. I wouldn't call him a bust yet, but if
like who?
He could run like Justin Fields. He's fast. He's not a slow.
Is he faster than Justin Fields?
I don't remember what he ran in the combine, but he was a 4.5. He was at least 4.5. He's an athlete. That's why they drafted him. They wanted an athlete at quarterback.
Well, he hasn't been an athlete since he's been in that 49ers uniform. What happened?
He got hurt.
He's on the shelf.
He's not an athlete. Come on now.
He ain't an athlete.
He played a couple of games. I saw nothing athletic.
He's injured now.
He wasn't injured in those games. He played.
True. I don't know why they didn't let him use his athletic ability.
Oh, I sounded like Keith just now. Oh my God.
Speaking of which,
bad influence. Oh my God.
Whatever.
I sounded so much like Keith. Oh my God.
All right. The next game was Giants at Vikings. Everyone picked the Vikings but me.
Congratulations.
You knew something.
I really did not expect the New York people to just pull that off. I did.
New York people.
And Daniel Jones actually balled out in that football game. I didn't realize he was that fast.
John, he is that fast, and it seems like nobody wants to respect his speed because he's white. Even the defense.
That's not true.
I don't know, man. Look, okay, the first time I saw him play,
he was pulling away from DBs.
John, the first time I saw him play was against the Bucks. And he did some shit in that game. I was like, wait, who the fuck is this dude? And he's had some, I think last year, he had like an 80-yard run, but he's so goofy, he tripped and fell in the open field. You could look it up. Like he was pulling away.
No, I've seen that play. It's on bloopers all over the place.
He could run. Like he's not. Go ahead.
I'm so jaded because I perceive him as being very turnover prone.
He has been,
which he is,
but
it looks like he cleaned it up.
Coached up.
Yeah, he's cleaned it up a bit.
Yeah, in the last, I want to say 5 to 7 games, he hasn't turned the ball over as much. He's been getting good coaching.
Plus, he has Saquon Barkley this year.
Right,
that was a huge help.
Yes, and Saquon was healthy for most of the year. I think he hurt his shoulder midway through the season, but he's been healthy.
Top 3 in the league, right? I think he's the top 3 or top 4 in the league in rushing. So that's a huge help.
Mm-hmm.
And he doesn't have to chuck the ball down the field as much.
No, they don't throw it deep because they don't have no good receivers. They don't have no good receivers. I can't. They got Kenny Galladay from the Detroit, but he doesn't do anything. They don't have any good receivers. They're not going to win this weekend, but
they're not.
They're in Philadelphia, right?
Right.
Well, I don't know. Let's see what Ronald has to say because he probably thinks they're going to win.
The Vikings just had a terrible defense. Kirk Cousins didn't play bad. I think he had a really good line.
What?
Give me a little bit more credit.
No,
he was shaky at the beginning of the football
to make
game,
it to the big dance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the defense couldn't stop anybody on Minnesota either.
Right, and they haven't been able to stop anybody all year, and that's why I was kind of trying to tell you guys on the last show when I picked them, because this the same team. Okay, they did beat the Colts, but the Colts got a 33-0 lead on them. How?
They spotted like 2 or 3 touchdowns, though.
Yeah.
They are who Dwayne thought they were.
Yeah, so now the Giants...
Frauds.
Yeah, frauds.
Apparently they're fraudulent.
And Kirk Cousins does just enough for you to give him another contract. You know? Okay, so the last game...
Who's out there?
There's nobody out there, and that's the problem with the league. The league does not have enough good quarterbacks. So Kirk Cousins could make out. Jimmy G could make out. Who else is mediocre or average who's keep getting money? Like
or below average. Carson Wentz keeps getting money and he's not even mediocre.
He probably just got his last he was on his last leg. But that's why Fitzpatrick played in the league for like 15 years. Who else?
Fitzmagic.
But yeah, there's
a turnover machine right
there. There's not
there.
enough quarterbacks. And that'll move us to our next game, Ravens at Bengals. This is why the Ravens need to take care of Lamar. Because you don't find these dudes, man. You do not find these dudes. And it seems like, the bar for Lamar keeps getting moved. They keep moving the goalposts on him. He won a Heisman. He won
a Heisman.
He won an shut up, Steph. He won an MVP.
He stole that Heisman, but go ahead.
He stole
from your boy?
Well, he still got it. It's on his house on his shelf. He still got it. Damn, Steph. He's so mean. He stole it. Anyway, the Ravens lost 24-17.
On a fluke, it's not even a.
I'm still salty about that. Go ahead.
That fluke play,
we can tell.
That wound is still fresh.
But they won the championship that year, didn't they?
It would have been complete had we rightfully received our Heisman.
Yeah. Listen, dude.
But you got the chip though.
John,
do you guys think that Lamar is who? I mean, I'm not going to say who would take him, but are there any suitors for Lamar right now that you guys think would be a perfect landing spot for him?
Any team that needs some run game.
Every team in the NFL who doesn't have Patrick Mahomes or
Jalen Hurts.
Herbert, the kid in Chicago.
What about
yeah.
Atlanta?
Justin.
I've heard Atlanta.
Atlanta or Carolina.
Like John said, if you ain't got a quarterback that's good and like younger than 25,
roll out the Brinks truck. Bring them on in.
That's 28 teams in the league right there.
Correct.
Yeah, so they should be reaching out.
But I really think either Atlanta or Carolina would be a good landing spot for him.
He ain't going down there for that Vic curse.
Do you think he was being selfish for not showing up playing that football game?
Curse. I don't think he was selfish at all. I think he was protecting himself. Like, why I'm gonna get up there and bust my ass and you don't want to give me my coin?
Yeah.
Name that keeps on coming to me is RG3 in Washington.
Yeah.
Well, he even made a comment about it on Twitter where he said he backed Lamar because he went out there and did the stupid thing and
with
he
the
said,
breaks,
now he's commentating on football games.
Correct.
And I was disappointed in Michael Vick's comments.
What did he say?
What did he say?
He was not backing Lamar. He basically called Lamar selfish.
Get your money, Lamar.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't put yourself at risk.
With people.
Yeah.
His teammates say he's limping around the facility, so he is hurt. But what happened was, it's from what I've understand over the past couple of days, it's not that Lamar wants what they gave to the Browns gave the Derek. They lowball Lamar because they offered Lamar less than Kyler, homeboy in Denver, and somebody else. And he was like, my resume said I should get more than these guys because, like I said, I have the MVP. I'm better than these dudes, and you want to pay me less than them. Like, you don't have to give me the $238 million guarantee. I understand that this is a business, and we do have to build a team. But don't disrespect me by offering me less money than even Kyler Murray. I'm sorry. You know what I mean?
Now, Russell, although he played pretty bad this season, man, I think he doesn't get the respect that he should. I mean, you know, he had some great seasons with Seattle and a championship there to boot. I think he doesn't get the respect, but definitely there should be no comparison between Kyler and Lamar at all.
Right.
Like,
there was another number too. I can't remember it off the top of my head, but Lamar has won an MVP, man. And if you go back and look at his draft class, the quarterbacks in his draft class, he's the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, the number one pick was the kid that went to the Browns. He what's his name? That went to the Browns and went to Carolina and then ended up in with the Rams, Baker Mayfield.
Mm-hmm.
Baker Mayfield was in that draft. I can't even remember the rest of the quarterbacks in that draft because none of them came out to nothing besides Lamar. At least that's I can remember. I don't think Josh was in the same draft. I was looking at it a couple of days ago.
Wasn't Manziel in that one too?
Nah, Manziel was before.
Okay.
Manziel was earlier. Manziel was a few years earlier.
All right.
But yeah, the Ravens lost. Bengals 24-17. I guess, like John was trying to say, it was a fluke play. The backup quarterback, who's pretty good. He's like Lamar light. It's like diet Lamar. He does a lot of the same things, but really slower.
So the not, I guess to go back to his draft class, there was Baker Mayfield, Sam Darnold, who went before him, Josh Allen, and Josh Rosen.
There you go. So Josh Allen is good, but he's not. I don't even think he's Lamar. I wouldn't. I would take Lamar over Josh Allen, but those are the only two good ones. And Lamar went last. So give me my money, bro. You know what I mean? And you said another team that should look at him is the Bucks. You know, so let's move to that game.
What you gotta say? What you gotta say, Keith? Because I see it in your face.
Yeah, I don't know if I would pick Lamar over Josh. I'm on the fence with that one. Josh
it's close. It's close. They're the two good ones out of that draft, though.
Yeah,
they're the two good ones out of that draft, and
I mean, Josh has been inconsistent this year, but I don't know.
Josh has been more available than Lamar.
Yes,
right. But also, what they've done is surround Josh with a lot of talent. They went and traded for
Diggs.
Diggs. They
Yeah, they did.
the
They
kid from
did.
UCF. I can't remember his name. He caught most of the touchdowns, the other deep bombs. They keep drafting players on offense for them for Josh.
Yeah, you're right.
The
You're
Ravens
absolutely right.
The Ravens are a defensive organization. They keep getting like they traded for Roquan Smith from the Bears. What did they do? As soon as he came there, they gave him a bunch of money. He's really
Mm-hmm.
good,
Mm-hmm.
but I wonder if they're like, you know what? We have a legacy. Ray Lewis is our legacy. Defense is our legacy.
Yeah.
Um, the last time we paid a quarterback a lot of money, it didn't really work out that well. Flacco, like
He's not
so,
Flacco.
right? So I don't know if that's the problem, but the way the league is going, man, you need one of these dudes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
You
need
do.
one of these young Thundercats that can run, man.
You
I
the
mean, Lamar,
mobile
yeah,
quarterback.
Lamar is one of the best runner of them all, but you need somebody who could get away. And with that, let's move to the last game. Bucks and Cowboys. Cowboys
Oh,
at the Bucks. That was a terrible game.
it
How
was.
about them Cowboys? How about it?
Yeah, so it
Mm.
was terrible. Tom looked his age,
I was
and
so disgusted.
he doesn't want to get hit, and I don't blame him. Like we had to say a mid game prayer for Mike White during his game because you
Yeah.
gotta like give your body up for some completions at some points, and Tom is not willing to do that no more. So
How old is Tom?
he
45.
45, about to be 46.
Shit, I don't want to be hit at 40, so I don't blame him.
So
And he keep his body in shape.
A
Mm.
lot of these boys that he's playing alongside were toddlers and children when he entered the league.
yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's true because he's on year what 20.
Is it 22?
23.
23? Somewhere up in there.
23. Like some of these dudes are 20 and 21, 20, well,
Mm-hmm.
probably 22, 23. Because you
Yeah.
got to be in college for 3 years. So let's say that puts you at 21. But the fallout from that was Byron Leftwich got fired.
Oh, yeah, I don't like that.
Go ahead, Steph.
How do I want to say this?
Say it how it comes to your head.
I think in any other scenario, the offensive coordinator would not have taken the fall for that. The head coach would have gotten his head cut off. And I don't understand why, like it was said earlier by one of us earlier in the week, why he ended up losing his job because Brady is too old to be on that field.
Yes, I completely agree with what you're saying. He is too old. Like if they hire a new offensive coordinator, it's not gonna make Tom Brady younger. It's not gonna make him be able to run a simple bootleg. Like when you I think Byron Leftwich is a good coordinator, right? He had Jameis, and Jameis threw for 5,000 yards
And
before they
5,000
let him go.
interceptions.
The interceptions are on Jameis, right? But he did, and then after that, after Jameis, your first year, you give Byron Leftwich credit for Super Bowl, right?
They won 3 division titles in the Super Bowl.
There you go. Same
With him
guy.
calling the plays.
With him
Calling
calling
the
the plays.
plays. There you
Yeah.
go. And I think having Tom Brady as your quarterback limits you as a offensive coordinator.
So my thing is this, right? What are you firing him for? Because they made it to the playoffs. They won their division as bad as it was. They
Right.
still won the division and they made it to the playoffs. So why are you firing him? It isn't like the Bucks went from last year's record to, 2-15 or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is Byron Leftwich being fired? What happened that this man for the last 5 or 6 years or whatever deserved to get fired this year after them failing to beat a powerhouse Dallas Cowboys team in the first round
You
with
already
your
know the answer to
46, 47-year-old quarterback struggling.
You know what happened. You know the answer to that
Absolutely.
question.
And I wonder if, so here's my thought, right? If Brady was staying, would it have happened? Because I get the sense that Brady's out the door. He's done, especially with the way that he gave his, speech after game interview speech. He's out the door. Would Byron have been fired if Brady was staying? Because he seemed to really enjoy playing with Byron, and trust him a whole lot. So was this a move like, well, Brady's gone, we're not going to keep you? Is that what this was, or was it Brady saying, if I'm staying, he has to leave? Because one thing I can say, despite everything that has been, what people feel about Brady, one thing I will say about him is the dude's kind of loyal. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was loyal to AB, he was loyal to Gronkowski. He still is. I mean, if he could convince Randy Moss to suit
He
up,
wasn't loyal to Bruce. Why wasn't he loyal to Bruce?
Bruce was an a-hole. He didn't like Bruce. Bruce ain't won nothing. What you telling me about the dude?
But he won a Super Bowl with that a-hole.
My only thing with Brady is,
I give it to Byron.
Brady is like LeBron. On that team, you throw a tantrum and whatever he says goes. He's the leader of the team, the general manager, the coach.
I wouldn't go that far, Steph, because LeBron has a long history of doing that on multiple teams. Brady has never had anybody fired with the Patriots. That was all Belichick calling the shots for all those years.
But yeah,
I think that now with the Bruce Arians thing, I think there was a contrast in philosophy and why he didn't, because I think that Byron and Tom went about playing the game one way and Bruce is like, no, we're going to play it this way. And Tom is like, listen, I can't play with this guy. He's not letting us play the game we want to. What are we going to do here?
And look where it got you.
Yeah, all that in age. I mean, he shouldn't have been on the field this year.
But yeah, it just wasn't the coaching. It was personnel. They didn't have the same personnel they had over the past couple of years. And I think a lot of them were living off the high heart of women. Injuries, and then
trust.
I don't know what's
out there.
Well, that and some of them might have been just living off the high horse of winning the Super Bowl 2 years ago.
Yes.
So the passion might have not as been as vigorous as it was the past few years.
Man, lost his family for nothing.
Yeah.
Man, look, man.
You should have stayed home and took them kids to that private school, picked them up, got in that line, took them to Publix or whatnot to go get them some subs.
And that man would have been miserable. He would have turned that house.
He would get over it though. He would have got over it, because at some point you have to retire. This is a young man's game. Because you would have, if okay, my point. This was my point, right? And I'll say this all the time. Like, after he won the Super Bowl, it was a gift and a curse that he won the Super Bowl the first year. A gift and a curse. The gift was, I could still do it. The curse was, I could still do it. So I'm going to keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Like, another gift was, I told him, it's not Belichick, it's me. That was another gift, right? And you weren't going to get any higher than winning the Super Bowl. And you won it in the first year. Like, if you flip the 3 years and you say the first year he went 8-9 like he did this year, and then they lost to the Rams, and then they won the Super Bowl this year, maybe he retires. But he won it in the first year.
Mm-hmm.
Won it in the first year, and it was like, I'm old, but I can still do it. Let me keep doing it. Let me keep doing it. Let me keep. And he's still gonna keep.
And he was doing it last year. I mean, it's. I think that, what we have to look in perspective is that, due to the circumstances at home, he should have stayed. He should have stayed home. And what I mean by stay home, I don't mean he should have stayed and did the shit he didn't want to do. I'm a big proponent of being happy and doing what you want to do, not staying in misery just because. He should have just stayed home, got through the divorce, and then Next year, okay, I'm coming back. Now I got my affairs in order. I'm going to play one more year or 2 more years, and if I don't perform this year, I mean, this has probably been the first time outside of when he messed up his ACL where he didn't perform in a season. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't see like a downward spiral of the sense of, well, the game he sucked. He sucked in the game. He sucked this season, but I didn't see a downward spiral where, okay, bro, it's time for you to hang it up for sure. I want him to go through the humiliation. I know this is bad. I want him to go through the humiliation of getting benched. He's like,
okay. I don't want to see that.
No, I don't want to see that either. And let me
I don't want to see that.
In the words of Blair Underwood, the saddest thing I've ever seen is Ali fighting way past his prime, and this is in that territory right now. Like,
I don't know, because Ali lost so many fights.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to see
it. It's hard to watch, Keith.
Do you think so? You think that he's that bad where
these last games
he's not there yet, but he's
not there yet, but you can't squeeze all the juice out the orange.
No, you can't. But the man has a competitive fire, and
hold on.
Look, do you Jordan would still be playing right now if you know?
Do you think it's all competitive fire, or you think it's ego, like he's too proud to quit?
It's a combination of both.
It might be both. It might be a little bit of both, Steph.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it's like, it's at some point you have to go home. Like, I don't want to.
It's an addiction.
As a Magic fan, you know we've done this a lot. Signed some old ass players.
Yes.
Like we had Ewing. We had Ewing in a jersey. We had Sean Kemp.
Yes.
Fat Sean Kemp.
We had
I'm about to say
Fat Sean Kemp, right? And it's like, ew. It's like, ew. Like, what are you doing? And you know who did this too a little bit? Shaq. Shaq played for.
He did.
Shaq played for the Lakers.
Because when he came to the Celtics, we didn't want him, but
he couldn't stay healthy.
He was in the Celtics jersey looking soggy as hell.
He was. Yeah, it was really sad.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want to see Tom. If he comes back, his best bet is probably to come back as a Buck because he's already been here 3 years. But I don't want to see him go to the Raiders and leave some juice in the orange and go and walk away, man. You still made the playoffs this year. It was you have.
And that's why he will come back.
Yeah.
Because he made the playoffs.
You had 3 successful years.
There's still a chance. If there's not a chance, I think he's done.
Listen, he's going to go off on a little vacation, get a little nip tuck and some Botox, and he's going to come back refreshed and ready to play.
Look, man, you got a $350 million contract from Fox. You come back next year, and
I don't think that's a good thing for him.
You know, those are his people, though.
Those type of athletes that are addicted to winning and competitive like that, I think they should stay away from like analyst roles. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that fire and desire in them would want them to just go back. Like, I'll be honest with you real quick, and I know this is a little bit off topic. When Kobe dropped 60 his last game, I expected for that retirement to be undone by the end of the offseason. Because and I'll tell you why.
Kobe knew though.
No, when you have that in you, and there's only certain athletes that have that desire and that fire, and I could name them right off the top of my head. Muhammad Ali was one. Tyson's one. That's why he got his ass back in there and still could knock heads off. Jordan was one. That's why he went back to the Wizards. Kobe's one. Serena's one.
I expect Serena to unretire.
Oh, she's coming back.
Yeah. But what I saw Kobe do,
Tiger Woods.
Yeah,
what I saw Kobe do was focus on other things.
And that's what you have to do, right? So when you said that $350 million, that's not gonna. He's too close to the game, and still thinking that he can go out there and compete. Tom needs to like go do a freaking podcast or something. I don't know. His dad is a hilarious character.
See, the thing about it is the difference between Kobe and Brady. Kobe knew he had to spend time with his family. He wasn't about to lose his family.
Not
Brady,
again.
He wasn't.
Brady
You're right.
didn't.
That's a good
Brady
point.
didn't give a damn.
That's a
He's
really
like
good.
family football.
Yeah, fuck them kids, man.
I
I'm
get
going back
another
to football.
family.
You're right. You're right. You're right,
What he
Steph.
said, John.
That's a
Listen,
great.
Kobe really loved his family. Brady was like, I get another family.
Yeah, that's it right there. That's it right there.
You know, I can find a little 25-year-old model to drop me some babies, but what I
Yeah.
cannot do is quit football.
I just won a championship. What's wrong with y'all? All right.
Yeah, Kobe went and focused on his family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he loved them.
Yeah. Well, that's the big difference there. So I hope Tom retires, but if he doesn't, I don't know. We'll see next year. We'll be here. All right. We picked the games for next year, and that's all we're gonna have right there. Unless y'all got something else. So the Jags are going to the Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 8.5.
Dang.
This is a 4:30 Saturday.
Trevor losing on a Saturday. This Saturday still.
He is.
Okay, so the show is we're picking it as a show then. We're picking the Chiefs. Do you think the Chiefs cover that 8.5?
Yes.
John?
Easily.
John say easily. They don't gave Andy Reid.
But I don't know. It might be the play. It might be the NCAA football championship playoffs again. I don't know.
Damn, John. You know, I've been thinking about that too, man.
Who knows? But they should cover 8.5. I'm just gonna say 8.5 because I said something else last time and I got the opposite.
Let me see what that weather's gonna be like. It don't matter anyway.
2.5 touchdowns for me.
Them boys gonna be cold. So you're saying 14, over 14?
About 17.
I don't even want to ask Steph since she hates the Chiefs. But you did say the Chiefs are gonna win.
They are.
Yeah.
Okay. Unfortunately.
All right, next game, division game, Giants at Eagles. Eagles been resting. Eagles are favored by 7.5. Steph, what say you about this game? How you feel about this game?
You already know.
John, what you got on this one?
Questions y'all know the answer to.
John, what you got on this one?
I got the Eagles.
Got the Eagles. Ron?
Oh, God.
I see a smile on your face.
We got to have one upset in the second round, don't we?
I knew it. Why are you like
if
this?
there was going to be an upset, this is the one to call because it's a division
trap game.
This
is a division game. It's the third time they're playing this season.
Let me ask you a question, Steph. Going the last 3 weeks of the season, did you feel confident in your Eagles? Taking aside to your team, did you feel confident in their play?
Only because of Gardner Minshew.
So no, the answer is no.
Only because of Gardner. If Jalen Hurts had been playing, I would have been 100% confident in their play.
Giants for the upset, baby.
I'm gonna go with Ron.
I hope your stomach is upset tonight.
I'm going with Ron. I'm going with Ron with the upset.
Yours too.
Yeah.
Bubble guts.
Wow. I did not have a smoothie, ma'am. I did not.
I know I'm gonna have one.
I would be fine.
That sea moss be tearing my ass up since I've been taking it. Man, I just started incorporating that thing, but tear me up, man.
John,
I
hope you have a restful, peaceful night.
I just feel like it's the rubber match. It's the third game of the season. How is Jalen Hurts' shoulder, Steph?
That's the question.
It's not. It's a little sore. It's a little dinged up still. But I will say I am not going to watch the game.
Why are you not watching the game?
Because I'm too nervous to watch.
Listen to me. She'll be watching by at least the second
No. I did this. Well, we ain't gonna talk about
unless she's on a plane, underwater somewhere or something. She's going to be watching.
I can't watch. I'm gonna have to watch something else. I can watch. What's that thing on Netflix you told me to watch? And I'll go to the movies and watch the Whitney Houston movie.
Glass Onion.
Yeah, I watched the Whitney Houston movie while the game is on. Or Wakanda Forever, because it's coming out tomorrow. I watched that Saturday while the game is on.
You can wait 2 more weeks to Disney Plus and watch that mess.
It's gonna be on Disney Plus on
February
tomorrow.
1st.
I thought they said January 20th. You sure?
I'm positive. Unless they change the date now.
I'm about
It's
to say
February
because they
1st.
announced January 20th.
Mm.
Oh, well, anyway, let's move on.
Yeah.
Well, let me ask John real quick. I'm gonna ask John this again. John, you think they cover that 7.5? Eagles?
I don't know. It might be a close game. I don't know if they'll cover 7.5.
Yeah.
So I'll say no.
All right. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be close, John.
I think it's gonna be close too, and I think the Giants are gonna beat them. Bengals at Bills. The Bills are actually favored by 5.5. This might be an upset call too. What'd you say on this one, Ron? I know he can't give the ball to the Bengals 3 times. The Bengals do also have some injuries on their offensive line. They rebuilt it and it fell apart. So
I like the Bengals,
like
but
the Bengals.
I think that we're going to get a Bills and Chiefs rematch.
Mm.
Didn't the Bills and the Bengals play last year?
No.
No.
The Bills knocked off the Chiefs. No, the Bengals knocked off the Chiefs, and then the Bengals knocked off the Bills. Am I getting that right?
You're right.
Yeah.
Wait.
No.
Whoa.
No, the Chiefs knocked off the Bills in that overtime game.
The Chiefs,
Correct.
and the Bengals knocked off the.
Then
in
the
the
Bengals
AFC
knocked off the
Championship
Chiefs.
game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Mahomes hasn't beat Cincinnati in 3 straight games.
Right. So
got his number.
what you say, John?
Being that man, this is tough because I can see it going either way. What's the line?
It's 5.5. Right now it's 5. I don't know what it opened at.
That line's coming down. But
Okay.
being that the Cincinnati Bengals struggled with the Baltimore Ravens and their backup quarterback, honestly, they never should have lost. They should have lost that game. Actually, the Bengals, they should have lost that football game. But just based on that, and Bengals are supposed to be like a legitimate Super Bowl favorite, and they struggled that badly. I'll go with the Bills,
provided the game doesn't go into overtime.
Thank you for that caveat.
What say you, Steph?
I'm going with Buffalo.
Steph's going with Buffalo. I'm gonna go with Buffalo too, reluctantly, but I think it's gonna be an emotional game. The kid's probably gonna be there. Was he at the last game? I don't think he came out to the last game.
No, he wasn't. He was still at the hospital.
Yeah, so he might be at this one. So I'll go with the Bills, but Josh can't give the ball to him. Don't give it away, Josh. Come on now. All right. Last game. This is Sunday night at 6:30. San Francisco is favored by 4.
Woo!
Cowboys coming to town. I'm gonna start with you, Steph. Who you got in this one here? Okay, the Niners.
I mean, I do pick Dallas sometimes, but it's not one of those times.
When?
I picked Dallas before this season. Don't play with
Dallas
me.
before. She's picked.
Because I always say Jerry's Criminals.
Yeah, she's picked Jerry's Criminals before.
I don't remember.
John,
I can go through my pick 'em every week and show you that I pick Dallas sometimes.
John, you got the Niners?
Yeah, Niners over the owner with the illegitimate children.
And they covering this 4, right?
Yes.
I'm mad. I think with y'all, I picked Tampa Bay to win, but I picked Dallas on my Yahoo pick'em.
No, I think you picked. No, I don't think you. Me and Ron picked Tampa.
See, Ronald.
No, you and John picked Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me and Ron picked.
I don't remember.
Tampa foolishly, nostalgically. Ron, who you got in this one?
How about them?
Well, no, you don't. No, we don't. We're not doing that.
How about them?
Oh, wow. You're going to be alone. You on your own.
How about them?
You get on my nerve. Can you stop?
How about them? They go in advance and the Eagles won't. How about them?
You know what? I'm done.
How about them? They go in advance and the Eagles gonna be sitting at home after next week. How about them?
You change your tune every week because that's not what you were saying about Philadelphia 2 weeks ago.
I said that they needed one loss going into that to the season.
I said 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
I don't remember that.
He said, "How about him?
How about him?
I
don't know if Steph gonna be back next week if the Eagles lose.
I ain't coming back on this damn show. I'm not coming back.
He said, "How about him?"
I'm about to leave here early tonight before we sign off. I started to hit that X. Tired of this shit. Sick of y'all. First y'all mess with me about my song early in the week. Now you messing with me about my team.
You never gonna live that one down.
See, John, you wasn't on my shit list.
My sunshine.
Dwayne.
Yes,
Dwayne,
ma'am.
Let's proceed because I'm tired.
Well, that was it. He picked the.
I might end the show on that damn hook.
That's the last game. Yeah.
Hey.
Last
we didn't pick what we're gonna have next week to try on the YouTube show. Is it John's choice? No, he picked last week. So it's my choice. Man, I don't even remember what I don't even know what to try, actually.
Jubilee.
What is Jubilee?
Oh man, we're not getting that's fried chicken.
Place. That's all Asian, the way. They ain't got one in Atlanta.
The Filipino place.
Filipino
chicken.
I'm actually going to Tampa.
Don't have to try.
They just opened one up in Tampa.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it Saturday.
In Orlando.
That one in Orlando's too long.
Jollibee, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Is that what it's called? Jollibee?
Jollibee. You said Jubilee.
Jubilee. Oh,
the X-Man. The X-Man.
Okay, so I know what we'll try next week.
Jubilee.
Yeah.
Steph. Hey, John, you got a wing stop out there by you?
Oh shit, man. Yeah, in Lakeland.
I don't say nothing when you get your nasty ass stuff that y'all be trying and I eat them. So both of y'all can how about them, okay?
He said, "How about him?"
What we're gonna try next week will be the $5 ghost pepper wings for Popeyes.
But
what?
What if we've had them before?
Oh, you've already had them. Okay,
yes.
No problem. We won't try that.
I shouldn't have said nothing, but
how are they, Steph? I mean,
they're delicious. They're good.
And they're actual bone-in wings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But that pepper sneaks up on you for real. It opens the sinuses.
You recently had them?
No, I had them last time they came around.
All right, they changed the formula a bit, so.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try them.
Oh, well, let's try them then. It's not like the last time? Oh, you already done had them, John.
I haven't had them. I just know they changed the formula.
Oh, okay. Well, let's try them this time then.
Okay.
I remember last time that pepper did speak up on us. So that's what we'll try next week.
Okay.
Thank you guys for listening and supporting us. Please continue to download on Tuesdays, download on Fridays with the podcast shows, and subscribe and like our YouTube show. We will be back. Oh, real quick. 1 quick second. Deion Sanders going to get his ass handed to him his first season. Did y'all see the schedule?
Of course.
Damn. But anyways, thank you guys for supporting us. Steph, how about him next week? How about him? Thank you guys.